H3 tweeted, Ryan Kavanaugh is trying to get my channel banned from YouTube, a powerful media person who has gone to every length to destroy me for criticizing him. Everyone needs to pay attention now. Not only is fair use on the line, but powerful trying to shut down channels for criticism. I'm assuming he meant like powerful people are trying to shut down channels for criticism, right? So he shows here, I guess a Snapchat thing. What is this? Instagram? I don't know. Ryan Kavanaugh official says, why is suit Ethan Klein at H3H3 Productions need to stop harassing, harming, and attempting to destroy other people's lives, spreading false and malicious lies. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to be the one to stop him. I believe within months his channel will be banned from YouTube. That's from Ryan Kavanaugh. And H3 saying that's Matt Haas 2.0 behavior right there. Then he says, this Wikipedia user who claims to be Ryan Kavanaugh said he sent legal notices to YouTube and Twitch to get me banned. This person also said a third lawsuit would be filed this week, which leads me to believe that it is actually Ryan. Unless I'm wrong, I'm reading this wrong. It appears that Cav admitted on Wikipedia to being the one who got the channel banned for a week back in August, not Keemstar. I have all press, much more recent, and copies of all the legal action against H3 for attempting to disseminate these very same falsehoods. If you would like to review them, as well as copies of the legal complaints sent to YouTube, which ultimately resulted in them being banned with 2 strikes for a week, and now hopefully permanently, Twitch is also reviewing the same info for a ban. My page is Ryan Kavanaugh.
Ooh. Yeah, because he's been really leaning into that Twitch shit, and if he gets banned off of Twitch, then
he can't.
I don't know
stuff with Hassan and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough pickle right there, buddy. Uh-oh.
Ryan also sent me this threatening DM on Instagram. Ethan, I'm not sure why you have decided to take it upon yourself to and your show to malign, attack, slander, and defame me. I do not know you. I also don't know why you are. This is back in, it appears, July 11th. Okay, so this is old. I also don't know why you were spending thousands of dollars to have thousands of dummy accounts post fake statements about me on my Instagram and tens of thousands to have fake App Store reviews of Triller. Worse yet, you dedicated an entire show of yours reading your own fake reviews. While amusing and slightly annoying at best, I would advise you to stop and mitigate your damage now. Your toy podcast seems fun and all, but this is real business with real consequences, and you are causing real damage. Clearly, you are a very unhappy and disturbed human to take it upon yourself to attack someone you don't know with false and misleading information, especially to spend tens of thousands of dollars on it, but it must stop. You have been warned, and I will not be threatened and maligned and stand by idly. Govern yourself accordingly. So there you go right there. What is this tweet I have?
I wonder if Ryan Kavanaugh is like of the same disposition of Keemstar, because apparently Ethan's like begging for money to handle this lawsuit. I think it's just to like, kind of grift, but he might be strapped for cash. If Ryan wins and he has to like just collect things to get back damages, I hope he takes like every single one of Ethan's dumb fucking beanies. That'd be pretty fucking funny.
Tipster News. H3 Productions says Ryan is trying to get him deplatformed YouTube and Twitch. Ryan Kavanaugh has also posted publicly that he is suing H3 in an article posted to CSQ Magazine. Is Twitter taking a shit? Okay, there we go. The dark side of the power of social media, why I, Ryan Kavanaugh, sued Ethan Klein and his podcast H3. Today I sued Ethan Klein. He has lied to his followers and the public and profited from it. I was left with no choice but to do exactly what he has told his millions of fans I did prior, sue him. Among other things, he has posted more than 8 podcasts disparaging me, although he has never met me, never spoken to me, and does not know me. Through these podcasts, he has spread false information, which he knows to be false, and is done only with the intent to do harm. Hopefully, this case will not only stop Klein, but serve as a deterrent for others who use social media to harm those who do not deserve it, and help set a precedent that this type of behavior cannot be tolerated. So that's what Ryan Kavanaugh had to say there. Shout out to Tipster. And then this is, of course, we were looking at earlier. H3H3. I've long suspected Keemstar is working with Ryan Kavanaugh to get my channel banned, to weaken fair use, to stifle free speech, and this being included in the lawsuit is pretty compelling evidence to support that. Why on earth would they include this? So here from the lawsuit, Klein's content is deliberately offensive, provocative, and inflammatory. Frequently, he mocks and harasses other social media personalities to attract attention and entertain viewers. For example, in August 2021, the YouTube suspended Klein for 7 days for violating its harassment policy by posting content that degradingly sexualized the 20-year-old girlfriend of another YouTube content creator, Daniel Keem. This occurred during an H3 After Dark, in which Klein had someone call into his show pretending to be Keem's girlfriend, who said that Keem cries during sex and has small genitalia. Following Klein's suspension, Keem posted a video on Twitter stating justice has been served. He deserves it. It's well overdue. The stuff that is said on that podcast to bully and harass other creators would never fly on anyone else's channel. That show has been harassing so many creators, so many fucking YouTubers. Then H3 says, clearly the suggestion that Keemstar has a tiny penis and cries during sex upsets him. I wonder why. Obviously, I'm just speculating here. Let's see here. And then he includes a sad face. Small wiener hype. Good one, Keem. Klein over his lost sponsorship. To this day, Klein routinely complains about Keem at length during his podcast, despite having received a suspension from YouTube for his attacks on Keemstar. So now that we've reviewed all the information there, I want to say a couple things here. First of all, Ethan Klein, notice the language that he's using here, right? Ryan Kavanaugh is trying to get my channel banned to weaken fair use and stifle free speech. He's using the buzzwords to sort of, get the commentary community to support him, obviously. When has Ethan Klein ever talked like this before? He never talks he's never been a free speech warrior. He does a show with Hassan, okay? That's ridiculous. So
during the lawsuit, he was probably talking about we need to make YouTube safe for creators.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. In fact, going on that narrative, I think Comment Cop had a video on his channel. Is this the free speech warrior? Ethan Klein celebrates Leafy's ban.
Oh yeah, this one.
Let's just take a look at our favorite free speech warrior over here.
Some people were saying that you're celebrating his ban.
How am I celebrating?
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
So, Account Ban of the Year, this is a huge prestigious award. For me, it's got to be between Dr. Disrespect and Leafy.
I did not know Dr. Disrespect, and I barely know Leafy, but I knew about Leafy. I did not know about Dr. Disrespect.
Because, those are huge. These guys...
Yeah. Leafy's come for me. He called me a piggy a bunch of times.
Yeah, well... You won't be doing it now.
He's banned.
All right, drum roll. Account Ban of the Year 2020. The winner, by a very close margin, is Leafy. Leafy, who lost it all. He was banned on YouTube and Twitch.
So that's his livelihood. That's
he's pretty much, he's pretty much off. He's like Alex Jones, see ya. You know what I mean? Congratulations, Leafy. We'll definitely be getting you an award, Best Band Creator of 2020. You may not have any accounts, but you will have this award. So what do you call it when
Ethan made plenty of those?
Are celebrating the removal of someone from Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and every platform? What do you call that?
Deplatforming.
That's what it's called. It's called deplatforming. Also, I would like to note that he is celebrating. He is groveling in his victory. Yes.
So,
God.
There you go. That's the free speech warrior, Mr. Ethan Klein. Now, let me make it abundantly clear here, all right? I am 100% not in favor of Ethan Klein getting banned. That should go without saying.
Same.
I do find his language here to be laughable. When it comes to the lawsuit, I mean, again, I don't care about piracy as a personal thing. It doesn't affect me. I don't have a moral grievance with piracy. I don't promote it. I don't recommend it. But if I find out somebody pirates, I'm not going to be like, you know what I mean? And then when it comes to this lawsuit, the third lawsuit, under my understanding, is more of a defamation lawsuit, than, whereas the first one was over the piracy. Honestly, I think Ryan Kavanaugh has a much stronger case in defamation than he does when it comes to the piracy stuff with Triller.
I agree.
I'm gonna say this. I'm actually 100% in favor of Ethan getting banned. Only because fuck having moral consistency with people who want you dead. Ethan fucking rallies for the same shit that like he's like clutching his pearls, being afraid of now. And honestly, if you do that and it happens to you, you get what you fucking deserve. Like, you know, I wouldn't say to go flag his channel, but I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not gonna like think that he absolutely deserves it. You know what I mean?
But Flamenco, think about how little content we would have if Ethan Klein was banned, right?
He'd still have Twitter. He'd still bitch and moan on Twitter, but he just wouldn't have. He wouldn't have the job anymore. So
Look,
he'd probably
my
just
stance,
do that more.
I'm flaky on this stance. A lot of the times, I'll say my two policies when it comes to people who get banned are people who are pedophiles and people who advocate for the bannings of others. We just watched a clip of Ethan Klein, you know, groveling, celebrating Leafy's ban. So by my own standard, you would think I'd support this, right? I feel like I shouldn't, though. I don't know. It's a difficult position for me right now.
I get that the precedent is bad, and like
it's just
problem
not a fun
is
world
that, like,
because like half the people want us banned anyway, so you got to ban half the internet. But that's, you know, it's difficult.
The problem
now,
is,
am I gonna
that,
cry
like,
if he does? I'm not gonna but I'm not gonna champion for it.
I think people should be allowed to talk shit on YouTube. Like,
Yeah,
I'm against
absolutely.
bullying and harassment guidelines, whatever. And like a fucking defamation lawsuit is just another way of silencing someone who's talking shit online. I want to be able to talk shit online.
I want to say Keemstar is a small dick. I want to talk about that. Like,
yeah.
No, unironically, that should be 100% okay on YouTube. But Ethan doesn't feel that way when it's towards people that he likes or when people he doesn't like engage in that. Right. So, you know, you can laugh about, you know, Ethan, you can laugh about Keem having a small penis and crying every time he sees a vagina. But make one joke about horse faces. Ethan doesn't like that. He's like Vito. It's the same shit as Vito. That's why people don't like Vito.
Right.
All right. Is my audio good?
Yeah, your audio's great.
You're good.
Okay. So it's interesting because the way I understand it, and I didn't see the clip myself, but just other people told me that H3H3 said on his show that basically he no longer thinks I'm the reason he got a strike. He thinks Ryan Kavanaugh is the reason. And then later, the next day, I guess he puts out a tweet saying that I'm working with Ryan Kavanaugh to take his channel down and stop free speech. And, you know, it's all strange. But look, at some point I have to address this, right? Because I actually am doing business with Ryan Kavanaugh. Like, I'm doing business with him on something that has nothing to do with H3H3 that the world is going to find out about, right? Like, I am actively doing business with him. And so when this comes out that I am working with him and I am doing some business with him, I think H3H3 is going to be like, see, I told you they're working together, but I really have nothing to do with this lawsuit. I didn't know that this lawsuit was coming out, this third lawsuit.
Right.
I didn't know that the first lawsuit was coming out. I didn't know that the second lawsuit. I have nothing to do with this lawsuit, but I do have business with Ryan Kavanaugh that the whole world will know relatively soon.
Okay.
So I don't know. It just puts me in an interesting situation. I found out that my name and like what he did, you know, what Ryan Kavanaugh said in that lawsuit about me, I found out when H3H3 found out. You know, I found out when he posted that tweet. I didn't know that I was involved in that at all. I had no idea. But what I do find very interesting is I find it so blatantly in your face to YouTube. You know, YouTube goes to Ethan and says, hey, you can't do this creator-on-creator harassment. You can't talk about another creator's dick. You know, like, you just can't. It's sexual harassment, right? No, I can't upload a video saying I feel like some female YouTuber has a loose pussy. If I did that, then like I'm getting a strike. Like you can't do that. It's sexual harassment. And so him publicly tweeting out that I got a micro penis and everything else, I feel like he might find himself in trouble with YouTube again because he's like flicking off YouTube. YouTube directly told him to stop this. Now I understand a lot of people might say to themselves, well, KEEMSTAR, that happened on Twitter. All right. That didn't happen on. Wait, can you hear me when I walk away like that?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. That happened on Twitter. That didn't happen on YouTube, right? Well, look, man, I was sending him pictures of horses. That happened on Twitter. That didn't happen on YouTube. And I got an email saying if I did that again, I could lose, my partnership on YouTube. I could possibly get my channel taken down. So off-platform stuff affects your YouTube channel. And I'm surprised after YouTube directly went to him saying, stop making comments about Keemstar's penis, he publicly tweeted that. So it's very interesting times that we live in. Now, look, my opinion is clearly biased because I don't like H3H3, and I hate him. He's my arch nemesis, and everyone knows it. But I feel like this is a fair and balanced opinion on this situation, even though there is this clear bias. I do not think that this case is about fair use. I don't think this is about fair use at all. His entire community is complaining, the subreddit and his fans are crying on social media that Ethan's not getting support from the community to fight this battle. But the reason why he's not getting support from the community, I believe, is because it's not about fair use. He directly took the best clip of a pay-per-viewed boxing match and aired it on his show. He bragged about him pirating the pay-per-view thing. Like, I mean, look, everyone knows he's guilty. Who's defending H3H3 when it first comes out that he pirated this show? I didn't see anyone defending him. I didn't see any creators coming out defending H3H3 during that. He bragged to millions of people about pirating a pay-per-view event, and then he broadcast the Jake Paul knockout. I mean, it's I don't understand the fair use argument in that. He's literally saying, fuck you to these guys. I'm not paying for this. I'm pirating it. And I'm going to rebroadcast the best part of the fight. All right. So that's how it starts. Then he gets tied up in the lawsuit. They sue him. And H3H3 does what he always does. If somebody goes after him at all, he attacks them. So then he runs this campaign on Ryan Kavanaugh, and I really haven't been paying attention. I don't know everything he said, but based on the article that I read from Ryan Kavanaugh, he did a lot. He said a lot. He started comparing Ryan Kavanaugh to fucking Harvey Weinstein, right? Yeah. Which, I mean, that's what H3 does to me. Like, he was telling everyone I was the Jeffrey Epstein of YouTube.
And then you said he was the George Soros of YouTube.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I think H3 said that.
I did not say that. That's incorrect, Docky. Don't make me sue you.
Okay, all right.
And then he also came out and said that I was who sings that song? Fly. What is that song? He also called me who's the rapper or R&B singer that R. Kelly. He said that was the R. Kelly of YouTube. All right. This is classic H3H3. This is what he does. Like, he tries to compare anyone he's a beef with to horrible, horrible people, right? It's to draw on the emotions of his audience, spin narratives, and get an emotional response from his audience to then go ahead and attack YouTuber. I mean, you've seen it happen with me, right? He's telling everyone that I killed Etika, right? And obviously his audience, takes that hook, line, and sinker, and then they go start spamming G Fuel and harassing the fuck out of G Fuel employees, right? Like, this is classic H3H3. So if anyone out there is wondering, well, how come a bunch of YouTubers aren't coming out and defending H3H3? This is about fair use. Because it's not. You know, this is in a situation where H3H3 uploaded a video clowning on someone, criticizing someone, and that someone got their feelings hurt and fucking sued them. No, this is a situation of him pirating a fucking fight, playing it out, bragging about pirating a fight, getting a lawsuit, and then going to harass and bully fucking the person that's suing him. That's the reality of the situation. And, you know, that's my opinion. Obviously, I'm biased. I hate H3H3, but argue with me that I'm wrong. Someone, please.
Yeah. So with the him sharing the fight, I don't know if you watched the clip recently. It was a while ago, but I believe he only showed like 10 seconds of the fight on mute, and he was talking over it the entire time. So I'm not going to defend him on pirating,
That's
but
wrong.
I do think the way he
That's wrong. That's
used
incorrect.
it is fair. Okay. Can we?
That's incorrect.
Share the.
It was way
screen?
longer. It was way longer than 10 seconds. I got the copy of it. Also, he was watching the stream, right? The pirated stream that was re-uploaded to YouTube unlisted. So they recorded the stream from a pirated stream, then uploaded it to YouTube unlisted. And when he's watching it on stream, it only has 3 or 4 views or something like that. Right.
Ooh,
so, and it's for him to
yeah.
rewatch it. You guys are forgetting all the facts of this. I'm not.
Yeah, I remember that part, and I can't defend that part, but I was saying, like, specifically with him watching it on his stream, if he didn't leak the unlisted link, I don't think there'd be a case
Look,
for...
I'm never going to moralize about piracy personally, because I don't care about piracy or something, and I think, like, I don't know, I'm never going to, like, I'll support in the sense, like, I don't like Ethan Klein, so obviously if he gets sued or something for pirating something that he was stupid enough to admit to, that's the thing about piracy, right? Like, admitting to it is, like, such a stupid move. So I'll laugh at him for that, you know, I'll laugh at his misfortune, because I don't think he's a good person. But in terms of, like, actually caring about piracy, I'll never do that.
Augie, you got to think about this from Triller's perspective, right? This guy didn't just pirated the show, right? This guy didn't just re-air the fucking Jake Paul fight in almost its entirety, which is the main reason why anyone would buy that pay-per-view. He then fucking was like saying, I wouldn't pay for that shit. To all of his audience. Like, you're literally causing damage to a company. You're fucking advocating for the stealing of this pay-per-view, which is their whole business. Like, they can't make money. They can't put on future fights. You're costing that company.
He was definitely, I'm not going to argue that. He was definitely promoting, like, you know, inadvertently.
You're going out of your way to cost that company millions and millions and millions of dollars. That's what you're doing, right? So fucking fair use, go suck
I'm not disagreeing.
dick.
I'm not disagreeing.
Suck
with you on
a
that.
giant dick. Like, this is not fair use. This is malicious. What I saw was malicious. I was seeing somebody basically campaigning to not buy Triller's pay-per-views. That's what I saw. And then he rebroadcasted it. Can I get a 1 in the chat if you saw the same fucking thing to anyone else that was paying attention? I saw a man campaigning to not buy these pay-per-views, to not pay for these pay-per-views, and to fucking, you know, watch it on his show. That's what I saw firsthand. And that's why he dealt with the first lawsuit, and then he took it too far. Like a little baby, he couldn't deal with the fact that he was wrong, and he decided to go and attack Ryan Kavanaugh. And now it's look, do I think Ryan Kavanaugh is going to win all these lawsuits? No, I don't think he'll win all of them, but he's going to win some of them. He's going to win some of them.
I got to ask you this, Keem, because you wanted pushback, all right? Do you think that it's unreasonable for H3 to suspect that you're working with them on this lawsuit, given the fact that you've admitted in the past you snitched the Triller thing, I think on this show, actually? Is it unreasonable for him to jump to that conclusion?
No, it's not unreasonable. If I was in his position, I would think the same thing.
Okay.
I don't think him coming to that conclusion is crazy at all. Like, you know, when anything happens to me, I think H3 did it. So, you know, all
right. Well, you guys are mutual in that perspective.
Dude, I was walking around my apartment the other day and I stubbed my toe and I said, H3 move this couch. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, he definitely is to blame. Yeah. No, I get it. I understand it, and I don't fault him for that, right? But truth of the matter is, I have nothing to do with these lawsuits. I really don't. I didn't know that they were coming. I had nothing to do with these lawsuits, but I do have business with Ryan Kavanaugh, and it's going to be public in a month. All right.
Are you ready for the shit show you're going to get for that?
I know he's immediately going to say, see, look, he's working with him. So, I'm putting it out here now. I have business with him. But hey, people don't understand that I am a business guy. People don't understand that Drama Alert is like fucking, 3 to 10% of my income if I had to guess. Like, I do a lot of business. I do a lot of things outside of Drama Alert. I have a lot of stuff going on, and Drama Alert is, has always been a fun project for me, and it's been like, my baby, my place where I can go let off some steam and have fun, but it is not the main source of income. If it was the main source of income, I wouldn't have the things that I have, and I wouldn't be as rich as I am. So,
well, there you go. Here from Keemstar first, in business with Ryan Kavanaugh. It's going to be on Def Noodles and probably the H3 podcast any day now, right? Like you saying.
Yeah, they'll cut out everything and they'll say, I do have business with Ryan Kavanaugh. They'll play that, and then they'll make up a narrative.
Yep.
And then they'll make up an entire narrative. That's exactly what any of those channels are going to do. But hey, look, at the end of the day, I get it. Viewers are stupid. They're dumb. Whatever they hear, they believe. And they don't do investigations on their own. And part of it isn't the viewer's fault. You have lives, you have a job, you have school, you have things going on.
That's true.
You don't have time to do research on your own. So you just listen to whatever anyone's telling to you. And I want all of you, when you hear something bad about me, come to me and find out if it's true, because, I don't lie. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm not wrong, I'm not wrong. And, so much lying and stuff has been said about me, especially this year more than ever. I mean, how many times has Def Noodles just taken like one sentence that I've said out of context to change the narrative? One time I was on Tipster's show.
Yeah.
Right? I was on Tipster's show and I was making a joke that Def Noodles is like, bad at fucking reporting news, or I can't, it was an obvious joke. He takes me complete out of context and says that I'm slandering him. He like takes the lines so out of context. I mean, this type of shit is happening all the time. So then Tipster calls him out and says he's wrong. So then he takes Tipster out of context and starts slandering Tipster.
Yeah.
Right? You're dealing, we're in a different world, right? Where there's two realities. There's base reality, and then there's, I hate to say it, but like Alex Jones was right. There's a non-stop info war. There's a real info war going on where false narratives are spread nonstop. And it's like you're just like, people are just lying. They're publicly lying, and the audience doesn't go anywhere else.
Exactly.
Def Noodles audience isn't looking for the truth anywhere. They're not going to investigate the shit. They just trust Def Noodles. H3H3, same thing. They're not going anywhere. They just got done watching a 3-hour fucking podcast of H3H3. They got a life. They got to go take a shit. They don't have time to fucking to go and find out what the fucking truth is, or to investigate this stuff and see what the other the other opinion is. That's what I think is so embarrassing on H3H3's part, is that his audience is spoon-fed. His audience doesn't have a chance to hear any other argument. And when he had a chance to debate somebody, which was, what's his name?
Steven Crowder.
Steven Crowder, he runs away and throws someone else up there. And they were treating the guy like a god, like, oh, that was so slick. That was so smooth. Like, why weren't you calling this guy a pussy? He's out here like, it's just, again, this whole imaginary world with imaginary facts and fake narratives and propaganda is one reality, and then there's Keemstar world, which is base reality. So
we are the info warrior. That's right.
You have to pick which world you want to live in, and that's all I have for today. Bowblax, fuck you.
Okay.
Well,
Bowblax, fuck you.
Only here on RFC. We'll be on. See you guys on Def Noodles and H3 tomorrow. Go ahead, Bowblax.
I genuinely think that the way H3 used the podcast or the Jake Paul fight was fair use, and I do have the clip and the timestamp, and I sent it to you, and we can watch it, and maybe people will agree with me, maybe people will disagree with me, but I think, as for like the pirating stuff and him advocating for people not to use Triller and all that, I can't defend Ethan on, but with the way he used the clip in his podcast, I think it was fair use. The only mistake is that he showed the unlisted link, so people could click the unlisted link and then see the non-fair use version of it.
Well, that and also bragged about illegally obtaining the footage in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
All right.
The pirating thing I can't defend. So I sent you the timestamp, Augie. We can watch it.
All right, let me pop this.
And then people can decide if it's fair use or not. I think it is, but...
Pop this thing in there right now. Now, of course, we here at RFC do not condone piracy of any sort. All right, so
At least not until the VPN sponsorship comes through.
oh my god, that's not true. All right, anyway, so we play it from here. We play it from here.
Yep.
I was still. First of all, they fought for like what, a few minutes?
On the top of the head.
Like a minute and a half.
And Ben looked awful. He looked awful. Like, look at him. He doesn't know what he's doing.
His form was off.
He doesn't know how to defend himself. He doesn't know how to throw a punch. You know? And, you know, he didn't even block the punch, and he just, the whole thing
and
looks
then
like
he got punched, and
comic book. Like, look how he falls to the ground. It's like, and then the ref calls it immediately. I was like, dude, what did I just watch? This is such a fucking clown fest. Look at this. And then he calls it. I was like, no,
box.
I seriously did not stay up and waste my whole Saturday night to not even see Jake Paul get hit once. I don't know why that ref called it, bro. I know he was dazed. He was fucked. The fight was a joke.
In that moment right there, if you watch it carefully, he tells him to step forward and he staggers to the side.
Yeah, I saw.
I mean,
It looked, at first I was like, what was that? Everyone was saying.
So that's the that's what he played.
I think it's fair use. I think that's transformative enough to be fair use. Obviously,
Man,
I'm not
look at that
judge,
punch. Oh, he fell.
It's skirting a line, I'll say that. I mean, look, realistically, like I said to Keem, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But objectively speaking, whether or not it's fair use or not, I mean, his commentary, it's kind of like, those reaction videos where they add nothing to it. It's like, oh, he got punched, and then the ref came, and now it's over. And to be fair, it also was more than 10 seconds, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was like 30 seconds.
Plus, it's bad for H3, and that's almost enough to just support it blanketly, I would say.
H3 mentioned Bowblax on the show.
Yep.
How do I not have it in my notes? Oh, was it this? I think it was this. There we go.
Yep.
Let's hear this.
What happened? I think in the next lawsuit they're going to be quoting from Bowblax.
Bobby.
They'll just gather all of his content and transcribe it.
I would love to hear Bowblax read the lawsuit, actually. That'd be pretty.
I mean, it is. I mean, why not, right? By the way, I saw Keemstar retweeting this. I thought it was so funny. Apparently, after my tweets about
what happened?
I think in the
yeah, I was reading the lawsuit portion that Ethan put on Twitter talking about like Keemstar's small genitalia and stuff. I was like, I feel like this is something to just take from my video and put into the lawsuit. This is so weird. It's so weird.
Did you know one of our chatters, our regular chatters, I don't know if you remember his name, DJ Screwdriver. He's just somebody from our chat. He's actually mentioned in the first lawsuit. I don't even know, because he had I think he tweeted the video of what Ethan watched on his podcast or something, and they referenced that in the lawsuit itself. So it's so funny because I was I forget, I found this out yesterday of all days, the timing of it. Because he posts a bunch of clips of Smaggle being retarded, so I was just watching through his shit, and he has one video where he's like, "I'm in the H3 lawsuit." I was like, "What the fuck?" I clicked it, and I watched. I'm like, "Damn, our own chatters are getting in there." Yeah, another W for RFC. It's so funny. Yeah, what? They're shitting on you, Bowblax. What are you gonna do?
I guess I'm gonna read the lawsuit. I'm gonna just make more content. I don't
Stream
know.
it. Stream it. You'll get like 10K. I guarantee.
Yeah.
Stream
Yeah,
reading the
10K.
lawsuit.
Yeah.
It's
Like you did with the
told me to.
Arcadum docs.
Maybe. It's short enough that I think I could just make a whole video on it. But yeah, we'll see. I'll do something with this for sure. It's funny that they mentioned me.
We're on H3 right now. What, he tweeted out Bowblax's clip and not mine? Are you fucking trolling me?
Wait,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
live. Wait, H3's talking.
Wait, thank you for promoting the stream, H3. Yo, you got my shout out, dude.
Wait, is Ethan watching us talk about Muslims?
No, you dumbass.
Yeah,
Keemstar called in.
obviously.
We just had a whole big conversation.
Oh, I thought you meant like he's live reacting to the stream.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, this is a really bad time for him to start. Holy shit,
We need to get
dude.
Keemstar
hold
in
on,
here and
why did I
then
get-
talk about it.
Hold
Then
on, though.
Ethan will know.
Why did I get cucked this hard? Like, what the fuck? Why is Bowblax in here? Like, how?
Okay. Share the audio. I want to see what clip he shared.
We're all over the place right now. All right, let's hit it right now.
Do with these lawsuits. I really don't. I didn't know that.
Bowblax,
they
your
were
audio
coming.
mixing.
I had nothing to do with these lawsuits, but I do have business with Ryan Kavanaugh, and it's gonna be public in a month. All right.
Are
And
you
as soon as
ready for the shit show you're gonna get for that?
I know he's immediately gonna say, "See, look, he's working with him." So I'm putting it out here now. I have business with him. But hey, people don't understand. I am a business guy. People don't understand that Drama Alert is like fucking 3 to 10% of my income if I had to guess. Wait,
Wait,
I do
Keem's
a lot of
obviously
business.
talking about
I do
fight
a lot of
promoting,
things
right?
outside of
Yeah.
of Drama Alert. I have a lot of stuff
Is he
going on,
trolling?
and
No.
Drama Alert is has always been a fun project for me, and it's been my baby, my place where I can go let off some steam and have fun. But it is not the main source of income. If it was the main source of income, I wouldn't have the things that I have, and I wouldn't be as rich as I am.
Wait,
And
it sounded like he was talking about promoting a boxing match. Was he
it's
trolling?
possible. I don't know what his business plan is. He just called.
Why would he? He's talking about 10% of his revenue, and he does other things.
Mhm.
Why does Ethan jump? I mean, I don't know what else was said in the conversation, but why does Ethan jump directly to he's working in the lawsuit?
Well, to be fair, Keemstar did kind of word. He's like, I'm in business with them. I think Keem knew what he
That
was
sounds
doing
like
there.
bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what I'm
Ethan's dumb
saying.
enough to take it.
Because I know Keem's been
With these
doing
lawsuits.
boxing stuff. I don't know.
Well, there we go.
You should have watched the stream. I mean, I should have, but I'm gonna just ask here because I'm better than you, Chatter,
I really
and Augie will
don't.
just tell me.